So, these questions are all about numbers that have been rounded and what could be the minimum or maximum possible answer. So here we're looking for the minimum. It tells us that the number 56, or 56 centimetres, has been rounded to the nearest whole number. So that means that we have a set of numbers here that we could have that all round to 56. So for example, we could have 56.2. That to the nearest whole number, that would round to 56. We could have 56.1. We could have 55.8. Okay, and so on, and then we get to a point where we get to the smallest and it wouldn't round to 56 anymore. Well, that is 55.5. Imagine 55.4 would round down to 55, not 56. So therefore, that is our answer. So looking at this question, slight change now. It's not been rounded to the nearest whole number, rounded to the nearest 10. So that means 70 centimetres has been rounded to the nearest 10. So that means we could have 71, 72. But again, I'm looking for the minimum, so I need to go this way. So we could have 69, 66, we could have 67, 68. I'm just not going to write them down until we get to a point where we get to the smallest of 65. So here's a bit of a clue. When doing these types of questions, the last digit will always be a 5. Okay? Now this is where it gets a little bit confusing, because we're now looking for the maximum. So number 56, or 56 centimetres, has been rounded to the nearest whole number. Now, for the people that understand this, it makes sense. So if we go upwards, it could be 56.1, 56.2, I'm not going to write these down, 56.3, 56.4, okay, but 56.5 actually rounds up to 57. So technically the answer is 56.4999 recurring. But, okay, because some very high level stuff, that 0.9999 is actually 1, okay, we call this 56.5. So I know it looks a little bit bizarre, but it actually is right. Okay? Here's one last one. 30 centimetres has been rounded to the nearest 10 this time. What's the maximum possible length? So it could be 31, 32, 33, 34, or well, 35 rounds up to 40. But remember what I said, so technically the answer is 34.9 recurring. But we call that, remember, 0.9 recurring actually just rounds to 1, so it's 35. Level 7, question 22.